Prosperity Team. It's Dr. Money coming to you from the prosperity corner of the universe where silliness is sacred and nobody's perfect. I am your POP, your professor of prosperity, and I am here so that all of our lives can pop with prosperity. I want to talk to you today about one aspect of prosperity. And remember, I'm not talking to you as an expert that knows something that's going to change your life and it's going to be magic. I am talking, I am with you so that I can remind myself, and then hopefully this energy that's going out between both of us is going to create this shift in our consciousness, this shift in our sense of okayness, so that we can imbibe in the supreme okayness. So what is prosperity? Well, to me, prosperity above all else is a sense of well-being. And prosperity, of course, includes money. Of course, it includes health. Of course, it includes good relationships. But sometimes those things aren't going the way we want them to go. And my belief is that our prosperity can continue even if the external events are not like we like them. Now, let me give you a couple of examples. Today, I got very excited because I was making this wonderful soup. And I put it on our range, and I have a new range, and it cooks very hot. And I start smelling something, and I go there, and the bottom of it's burned. Well, I could choose to be very upset about it, but I was in a good mood, and what good would have done me? And so I just chose not to get upset about it. It was like in that moment, what would it be like just to choose not to be upset about it? So that's what I did. I just chose not to be upset about it. And a little earlier in the day, my husband and I were coming from Mount Pleasant over to Somerville where we lived, and we had a new rug that we wanted to bring. Well, it's pouring down raining, and the back of our truck, it would rain on the rug if we brought it with us. But I thought we had enough room in the truck, and we were kind of going back and forth about it. And his way was right. He wasn't going to do it. So I thought, well, what would it be like? I wasn't saying anything, but I was thinking internally, what would it be like if I really just didn't care? And I don't mean in a way of resignation, but it was, what would it be like if in this moment that I would just choose another way of being with this? I will just, it'll be okay. Whether I get the rug or not, it will be okay. And I felt this calmness, it's like once we make that kind of decision that we want to go to that space, really all the way to our heart, then it seems like there are probably other powers that help us move into that space. And I moved into a place of complete peace. Well, when we got where we were going, he said, well, I can wrap the rug up and do all this. But it was so funny because I was so detached from it, and I felt so good whether the rug came or not. I said, it's raining real hard, and that's a lot of trouble. Let's just wait and get it next week. And I really didn't care. So to me, the true abundant life and the true prosperous life is to be able to move into that space regardless of whether the events are meeting and matching what we want them to do. It's like we have preferences, but we don't have attachments or demands. We all know this. What I found, though, is that when I apply it in the moment, it's so rich, it's so powerful, it's so fun just to say, what would it be like if I chose to be okay right now? So it's a prosperity affirmative question. What would it be like if I chose to be okay right now? I have a friend who used to worry about money all the time, and she said, one day I just decided I'm not going to worry about money today. And the next day she said, I'm not going to worry about money. And the next day she said that. And she found herself feeling better and better every day. And she said, that was years ago. And she said, I've never worried about money again, and I've always had enough. Now, I can't say that's a prescription for you, but I am inspired by that story. I love that story. Remember, all of us have a prosperity path that's unique to ourselves. So you don't take anything that I say to the bank unless it feels right in your heart. There's no one thing. There's a law of attraction, but it's not the fundamental say-all, end-all to everything. You might say the same affirmation somebody says, and you get a different result, but that might not be your affirmation. Or it might be that rather than get what you're trying to affirm for, you may just need peace of mind. I don't know, but there's always a personal prosperity path in the moment for us. We just have to be detached from what it is that we want, still having desires. And we have to be aware of what is and not judge it, to just be okay with whatever is. So this is Dr. Money. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's gloomy here where I am. It's raining and it's wild, but you know, I don't need to be too upset about that. I find my mind wanting to get upset about so many things. I look at the homes in my subdivision, and we're in the South, and they all have dark roofs. Well, when I picked out my house plan and I picked out my house, I said, I don't want a dark roof. And I had a brand new roof in Houston, and it was not a dark roof. It was not light, but it was just not really dark, because when you're in the South, it absorbs heat. It doesn't make sense to me that everybody has a black roof down here. And I looked at those roofs and I thought, what good is it going to be upset and to be angry righteous about the black roof? Just doesn't do any good at all. Because the mind seems to constantly be pulling us back to that experience of lack. This moment lacks. I'm going to prove it to you. That's what the mind says. Oh, this moment lacks. You know, you got to be upset about something. And it's like, I'm not listening to that voice right now. Because this moment doesn't lack. This moment never could lack. Even if my dog is barking about something. So this is Dr. Money. Let's take a deep breath together. And as we breathe in our good. And we accept our good. We receive our good. And as we exhale in unison, that's always kind of a tough one to do when I'm talking. When we exhale in unison, then we set our intention and place it in the universe that all other beings receive their good as well. And one more thing I'd like for you to remember for sure, and that is that I love you.